And that's when the priest told him, "You have to drink more water."
It was actually a good one, I'd say.
That was terrible.
Why are you clinking bottles, Naomi, on my podcast?
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I was me. I was drinking water as you were speaking.
Out of a glass bottle? Out of a freaking wine bottle?
No, it's metal. It's my metal one.
Ugh.
Listen.
A thermo flask? Did we?
No,
Okay.
it's off-brand.
We can hear.
It's the sound of my mom hitting the skull of my brain. Okay.
Wait, I have a good one. I have a
Bang.
good one.
Okay.
Guys, I have a good joke. Hold
Okay, you have a good joke?
Okay,
Say it.
say it, Lauren.
on. Hold on, can I get a drum roll?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put it in
I'll
post.
use the water bottle.
Jesus Christ.
Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers.
What's
Jesus.
our topic of discussion today?
Today, we're gonna talk about... Let me
Wait,
scroll it.
before we start, can
We already
make a
started. I just started
shout-out?
recording. Yeah,
No, I
sure.
know. But like before we start talking, like can we make a shout out to our favorite listeners or just people that we appreciate who
Okay.
support us?
Sure.
Okay, I want to shout out Santi's dad. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
He's always giving us helpful feedback.
Did you see the comment that he left?
No, wait, I want to go look at it.
Hold on, I'll read it to you guys.
Yeah, read it to us.
Here it is. Dad, hello, I'm proud of you.
That was it?
No, I'm just telling him right
Oh.
now that I'm proud of
Oh,
Who made my food skin so delicious?
Elliot,
So will it
no.
be the berry
Elliot.
On the 4th episode of Rolling to Survive. Great episode.
Mhm.
Naomi, aka the finisher, is the best. The adventure
Oh
keeps
my gosh!
the adventure keeps getting better and better. Word of the episode: startled. Because you know how like I always like say one word like obsessively every episode, and
Yeah.
I said startled a lot on that one. That
He
was my
said
dad.
brothers on the earlier. He keeps saying brothers
It
on the
feels-
earlier
Yeah, I
one.
did.
Yeah, brothers. It feels great to have such a dedicated fan. And
Oh,
I
guys,
really, really
Shout out
appreciate What?
to our new subscriber. We used to have 13 subscribers. Now we have 14 subscribers, dude.
Oh my gosh.
We're one
Yay.
subscriber closer to our 50.
If you divide that in two, you get 7. And there's 7 of us. Shayla, Elias, Santi, Lauren, Ben, me, and Alyssa, who's sometimes here.
Rarely.
Whoa.
So that
She
means
was here one
friendship is
episode, right?
magic.
2 episodes?
Was she?
I don't know. I know she was here at least one episode. The episode where Lauren was naming off the numbers of pi.
Smash that like button and turn on the notification bell. Forget to get Alyssa in here.
Yeah.
Bring
Leave
back
comments below.
Alyssa.
Bring back Alyssa. Hashtag bring back Alyssa. Hashtag.
She's not dead.
She's
just-
not that. She's
Santi's dad, we're looking at you.
Yeah, we're looking.
Personal shout out. Okay, guys.
Wow. Okay, let's continue.
Let's continue. Okay, are you ready? Thank you so much, father and mother and brother.
Thank
I
you.
wish I had a dad.
You
Oh yeah, Santi's brothers loves Elias. Elias, you should give him a message.
Yeah, Elias. He's gonna be so excited
Kiss
to
your
get
mother.
No, it has to be personal.
personal message from Mateo. His name is Mateo.
Matam, kiss your mom.
Aw,
Very nice.
he'll appreciate it.
Did you just plug in your better microphone?
Yes.
Nice.
I've upgraded.
Yay! Elias in Ultra HD.
All right, are you ready?
Okay.
First
yeah,
topic
yeah.
of discussion: pooping pants. How have you guys ever?
that was not
pooped
the
your
first
pants?
thing I wrote.
Have you
Kids question mark.
Question mark? Have you guys pooped your pants? And do you guys have any cool pooping pants stories?
No.
I sharted at Lowe's.
Really, truly.
Yes.
Really, truly? All right,
This
Lauren,
actually happened.
enlighten us in this
Yeah, tell us
epic
the
tale.
story.
I don't remember why we were at Lowe's, but I think it was later at night.
Hold on,
So
Lowe's
you see-
Foods or Lowe's?
Yes, Lowe's Foods.
Oh, that's a really. I was imagining the hardware.
Yeah, I
So
did too.
sad.
That's
Sorry,
really
no.
important.
Lowe's, a hardware
who
store,
goes to,
which
like-
sponsors this episode. Go to Lowe's. It's pretty great.
Go to Lowe's.
Who goes to Lowe's at night? That's what I was asking.
Me and my dad.
Foods.
Disclaimer: Lowe's does not sponsor
I
this
don't know.
episode and does not share the opinions we have. Continue.
Speak for yourself.
No, continue, Lauren.
But I was following my family, right?
Mhm.
You were
And
following?
I think we came back dinner or something like that.
Dude, I wish I had a
And
family.
my stomach was getting like.
We just talked about your dad.
Continue,
Hey,
Lauren.
I'm talking here.
Yeah, let her speak. Let the woman speak.
And I was wearing these black joggers.
Oh.
And my tummy was a grown. And then I just kind of let it out a little bit. I felt it building up, and then I was like, "Oh no!" I felt it, and so I waddled to the bathroom.
Oh no, Lauren.
Yeah,
I just say
That's a good
I've
story.
never heard
Oh,
4
God.
words break a man as fast as I sharted at Lowe's.
I started at Lowe's is such a powerful sentence.
Yeah. It feels like a threat. It sounds like a threat.
It is
It is.
a promise.
I sharded at Lowe's? Question mark.
I can see it now, like a mafia
Mind blown.
movie. It's like a mafia movie, and the guy it sends a hitman, and the hitman just grabs the victim, and he's like, "I sharded at Lowe's," and then shoots him, bro.
Mhm.
Imagine that being the last words you hear.
Pat?
I'd be honored.
No, dude, that would suck. Actually, it would feel like that would be a cool idea for like a murder or like a hitman thing. You know how like every hitman in the movies has
Such
like
a cool
something
idea.
cool to say like at the end or something.
No.
Like
Mhm.
Does that
So-
constitute as something cool?
You
no,
did.
no, no,
Sharded
no,
at
no, no, no,
Lowe's.
no. But it's like a
I
hitman.
think you're taking it way too far.
It's like a hitman, right? That tells the victim as soon as they're gonna kill them an embarrassing childhood story. One time I sharded at
Way back.
Lowe's.
That's the reason why they became that way.
That's the reason
Who
I'm not
else has
allowed
a
at Lowe's
pooping-
anymore.
Who else has a pooping
Pooping
story?
pants
All right,
story.
let's go down the list. I have a really good one, but I want to save it. Elias,
Oh.
do you have any cool pooping stories?
No, because I'm a clean boy.
No, it doesn't have to be recent, bro.
No,
Also,
no,
hold on.
remember, I have one for Elias. Remember when we were in art
What?
class and he was like,
What?
I just. I,
I've never pooped my pants at school.
no, you were like, you were.
Oh,
No, you
What? I don't know what you're talking about.
what are you talking
You're
about? Enlighten
telling
us.
us a story. You're
Naomi.
Please enlighten us, Naomi.
What's the story?
It's so dumb. But you're telling us how like you would like I don't know, we were talking about like showering and you were like, no, I leave the No, you're like, yeah, I go to the bathroom, I poop, and then I leave the rest the rest
It's the toilet, not on
you were
me.
like, I leave the residue in, and we thought you meant like you didn't wipe.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And we were like losing it, and you were like, "What?" And we were like, "Why would you leave the residue in?" And you're like,
Wait, can you tell us more about that? Do you mean like you poop, you leave it in there, and then like you wipe, and then you shower, and then you come out back,
Yes.
and then flush?
like
Yes,
why?
'Cause
Why?
it messes up with the water pressure.
Oh,
But dude, like that means you have poop like air particles all over you when you're showering.
I closed the thing, dog.
Yeah, but then when you go out to dry yourself and you're wet and all those poop particles
That's
stick
not
on
how it
you,
works.
But
That's how that
it's not how it works.
how do you know? Are you a poopologist?
Are you a poopologist?
Are you the CEO of Poops?
Are you the CEO of Poop Elias?
Who made you in charge of poop?
Who are you to tell
That'd be
me
such a
what my poop
crappy
can and
job.
cannot do?
Lord.
Oh, I got it. I got it. I get it because
On
it's
this-
poop.
On this season
Guys,
of
it's poop.
Dirty Jobs.
Poopologist.
That's probably a job.
That's
Yeah,
a
I mean-
science, dude.
I mean,
Poopologist?
doctors are kind of
Mhm.
poopologists. They gotta like sometimes they gotta check your stool.
Are you a poopologist?
true.
Comment down below.
Let us know.
Smash that like button if you're a poopologist.
If you're a poopologist and you're listening to this, subscribe right now.
Right
This
now.
one's for you.
How do we trick the YouTube algorithm to get us more subscribers?
We need to talk about
Bots.
Peel the poopologist.
bots. We need to make a bunch
Bots,
of
um,
accounts.
Thank you.
We need to make a
Fancy-
bunch of
fa-
accounts and subscribe ourselves to our channel.
And then we'll be
Okay.
on the creator on
Pretty
the rise.
sure that's how you get banned.
Really?
Not if they don't find out.
Anyways, back to poop stories.
We're incriminating
Oh yeah,
ourselves.
Ben, do you have a
good
poop
one?
story?
Yeah.
I don't have funny poop stories, just like I did it as a child, and it made me quite sad.
No one just poops their pants and says, "Oh, this is a fun time." You know?
I'm happy about
Yeah,
this.
No, cause like where I like my bedroom was really close to the toilet in my like old house. So like I was just disappointed at how fast it went. I was like, God. So yeah, that's it. Okay.
Squeeze
Anyways,
the
let's get back to
cheeks.
something
I have
else.
hold on.
What?
I have
Ben
more.
has no cheeks.
I have more peeing stories than pooping stories.
Okay.
Is it okay if I
don't-
tell peeing story?
I don't like
I
this.
suppose.
Yeah, you can tell. a
I don't
good
like
story.
I don't like bodily fluids.
Dude,
Too
I don't
bad,
either.
Elise.
I mean, we're talking. Okay, fine. Do you
No
want me
one
to talk
does.
about poops?
Why are we talking about poop and pee? This is weird.
Dude, it's poop and pee. bro.
Lauren gave us.
Hey, Lauren gave us
Okay,
a prompt.
Comedy
it's
funny.
2020.
It's 2020. Okay, we can talk about poo and pee and interchange.
I don't-
Everyone does it.
Everyone does it.
Only the-
Okay, so this one time, right? I was at a very fancy party. It was like one of those outdoor ones with a kiosk and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and like a
What's a
tent.
kiosk?
What they selling though?
No, wait, not a kiosk, a tent. Sorry.
You mean IKEA?
Yeah. It was like it had like this really cool building, and it had like giant glass windows, and it was like an outdoors party, but it was really cool. It looked really cool. Anyway,
Mm-hmm.
you know when you're a kid and you're just like you like freaking twiddled the line between like almost peeing yourself and like going to the bathroom. Like you don't go to the bathroom until you feel like you're about to cry from how much you're holding it in.
No,
Poetic, dude.
I did not do that.
What are you talking about? You didn't do that? Well, I did. It was a very unhealthy habit. Anyway, I had that moment. I was like, oh, I gotta pee. So I went to the bathroom, right? And I was like, I was like on the verge of peeing myself, right? And it was a fancy party, so I wore like fancy pants and like fancy shirt. And the fancy pants were like really tight on me. They're too small. So the button was really hard to put on when I put it on. My mom had to help me. So I went to the bathroom by myself and like I couldn't undo the button.
Oh no.
And I peed myself. I peed myself at this party, and then I went outside, and my mom was talking to a friend. I just stood there beside her shamefully, and then she was like, "Oh my god!" She turned around, and I was like completely covered in pee.
Oh.
Oh, how old were you?
I don't remember. I'm sure she would tell us. but
16.
I don't remember. It was like I
This
don't
just
remember.
happened just a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
This was yesterday.
This was just a couple days ago. I also had one where I was like, oh my god. Oh, okay, I remember another peeing one. Sorry, I have good peeing ones. Pooping ones are just like I was sitting there and I pooped.
When?
Okay, so like during the transition of like not pooping your pants and pooping your pants when you're a child, like when you're going through that, I would poop my pants sometimes, and it would just I would be so ashamed, and I would cry.
Of course. Good, as you should. You should be ashamed.
One time my parents took us to took me to like a playground, because our neighborhood didn't have a playground, so we would go to like a different area of the neighborhood.
Many neighborhoods don't have playgrounds.
Shut up, bro. Anyway, we went there, and I was like playing right on the thing, and I was the only kid on there.
On the playground.
And I was the only kid on there, and then I pooped my pants, just straight up. But I was so scared that my dad would get mad at me because I pooped my pants. So I was
That's such a little kid thing.
so I was like I pooped my pants and I went so long and by so long I mean like little kid standards, like about 30 seconds pretending that I didn't have pooped my pants. And I was like, there was this telescope, the playgrounds with the telescope on top, and it was it's literally just a tube of plastic and it has no glass or anything. And you're like, oh
Yeah.
it's like, oh Dad, look, there's a telescope, look, it's so cool. And I would just stare at him knowing that there was poop in my pants.
Story. Oh, that's sad.
And then I finally broke down and told him. And then we had to find a bathroom.
Aw.
And that's when
Very
And that's when he
cool.
told me I should stop pooping my pants. And I should tell him when I will have to go bathroom.
Aw.
Yeah. One time have any of you peed because you laughed too hard?
Yeah.
One time, I went to this fair and I went on this ride. Right,
Yeah.
it was fun and all, but then we got off and then to get food, and then we got corn dogs and stuff. It was pretty fun. But then
Where's this going?
I'm scared. I'm scared of the story.
I'm terrified.
it was going nowhere. I just wanted to tell the fair story.
But that's it?
Wait, so that was the whole story?
Oh my god. That was
Thank
so
you, Ellie.
scary. That's such suspense.
I know. I was like, what's gonna happen?
He's gonna poop
I
his
was
pants at
imagining-
some point, right?
Yeah.
That's what I was
I kept
thinking.
waiting for it.
I kept waiting for the faithful words, and I sharded
I
it.
pooped
out.
my pants.
I like
I
started
started
I like how
Uh,
you guys just waited and listened. And it was just so oh
It
no.
was so unprompted.
Naomi,
No, we thought we were like, oh,
Talking.
yeah.
Naomi, when did you pee your pants? What made you laugh so hard that you peed your pants?
I don't remember. I never remember what I laughed really hard at. I just remember the feeling of it.
Lauren, you said
Or,
you
like,
also laughed so
I
hard
don't
that you
know.
peed yourself?
Oh, I've done it on occasion.
Mm-hmm.
It's a reoccurring
just
thing.
happens.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Yeah,
It's
just
not
like a little bit.
Flood.
Yeah, it's like this is, dude, Lauren. I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah.
It just happens.
Yeah.
Let me tell you about two. I peed. No, I've only done it twice, but I'm talking about full flood, coming out waterfall.
you like
What?
Like, I
I've
laughed so
never-
hard.
Control of your
No,
bladder.
no,
I've never done
I
it
would
like
laugh so
that.
hard that I would just completely wet myself.
What?
Is that
Santi
how you're
ruined-
gonna describe it?
Yeah.
Full flood?
Full
Jesus
Niagara
Christ.
Falls.
Okay, no.
Absolute blast.
Let me tell you.
Great
Super
Muhammad.
soak. What?
Hurricane.
Great
Muhammad.
Muhammad.
Fire hydrant.
I was
Oh,
hoping
here's
no
my
one
favorite
would.
type of pee, Muhammad Ali.
Okay, do you want me to tell you the story?
No.
Yeah.
Sure,
Okay,
yeah.
cool.
You guys want to hear my fair story?
Yeah, sure.
No.
Okay, so I was little, right? I was too old to pee my pants. I'll say that. I was a little too old to it was like
Oh, so this was yesterday.
yes, but no, it was actually 3 days ago.
Okay.
This is
Me and
actually
my
right now.
me, my mom, and my brother, my little brother, we're playing.
It's actually right now. I'm doing it.
We're playing. Yeah, I peed my. We were playing hide and seek, right? And I used to have
What's
a bunk
hide and
bed.
seek?
It's where you hide and seek.
I used to have a bunk bed, right? But it had no bottom bunk. It was like a fort, so it had
It
like
is just-
a. It was
it's
like
just
this-
a bed on
bed.
stilts.
yeah, it's a
That's
bed
what
on
I was
stilts,
thinking.
but the bottom was like it had like cloth walls that you could. It was almost like a tent, and you went in and it was like your little house, and it had like a little table, I think, or maybe my mom put it there. I forgot. Anyway, it was like okay, very clear, obvious hiding spot. So I just went there, and then my mom found my brother really easily, and then came over to my room, and she just, when moms or parents pretend like their kid is good at whatever they're playing at, even though they're really bad. So she was like, I wonder where he is. But I just kept laughing. I think that's why she found me so easily because I was laughing out loud. And she just kept going like, maybe he's around here. I don't know. And I just kept laughing and laughing and laughing.
You're really bad at hide and seek.
And then, but I was like trying to hold it in so hard that instead of like laughter coming out, pee came out.
Your mouth?
It's equivalent exchange.
The law of equivalence. I just peed myself under my bed. A lot of kids pee the bed. I peed myself under the bed.
Wow.
Yeah.
Making waves.
Mhm.
Literally.
Trendsetter.
Santi,
Next
oh,
topic.
okay.
Snakes.
Yeah, I remembered a little story.
Snakes. Snickoo.
Snickers.
Snick.
Little story.
Snicky snack.
I remember one time when I was a young little child,
Mm-hmm.
I was playing Pokemon, I think,
Oh.
and I found a new Pokemon, and I thought it was so cool. I think I pissed myself in pure rage and excitement.
Rage.
Oh,
Right.
Ben.
Oh, Manson.
This is the best one. And then I was like, oh,
No.
moving
Oh.
right along.
Oh.
Oh, clammy.
What's another thing we can?
Talk
we
about
were
it.
Clam
talking.
or
We were gonna talk about preschool.
I have many stories.
Okay, go ahead.
I never went to
Okay,
preschool.
I think when I was 3, I went to a Christian school, and I really didn't like it. The main story that I remember the least is that I bit a kid one time,
Oh.
and then I almost got expelled from the preschool, and my mom had to fight to keep me in that preschool. And then
Was it like a
when I
really
got
big
home,
So your mom like squared up with the priest or something?
yeah, she left the whole building aflame. And then when we got back to my house,
She was on
she-
fire?
What defense did you use? You bit a kid.
when I got home,
can't help
she
it.
Self-defense.
His
when I
dad-
got home,
Position.
she put like I guess a thing on like a cloth, and she was like, "Here, bite this," and it tasted really bad. And I was like, "Oh," and she was like, "Bite it," and then I kept biting it
Oh,
because
God.
it tasted really bad.
Oh, man.
And then I never bit a
Oh,
kid
God.
again.
Well, I guess you were.
Anyways, I have another story where
And
one time when I was like
that's
3 or
that's the
something-
time I bit a cloth filled with methamphetamine.
I was gonna say cyanide, but I was like, "That's too
No.
far." And then another time, I ate an ant when I was 3 years old. I just like got it, and I was like, "You're going in my tum tum, bro. Bye." And then my mom picked me up, and I just unloaded on the back of her nice little light brown SUV, just like vomit everywhere. And my
What?
sister was, my sister was sitting next to me. And she was just like, "Ah!" And she just started
You just
crying.
vomited?
Yeah.
Oh
Because
my
it sucked so
God.
much. I was like, man, this little guy is making a colony, man. And then,
Jesus.
and then I guess we must have went to like a thrift store, and then my dad chased me around the thrift store, and then I felt better. And then I felt really bad.
Wow.
You threw up
That's all the
because you
stories
ate
I've
an
got.
ant? Are you sure it was because of the ant?
Yeah.
Was it a red
was-
ant, like a fire ant?
I think
I
it
feel like
was.
those have poison or something.
Yeah, but it's,
I think I
it's
actually
just
might have
the,
eaten
like,
the turf, like with the ant.
oh.
Like when I picked up the ant, it was in turf, so I might have.
Did you guys
How old
I think I'm gonna
were
get
you?
cancer.
ever try to eat
Like
grass
3.
like cows when you were younger?
I have actually.
what?
It didn't taste
Eat
very-
grass like
Cows?
you were a cow.
Yeah.
Oh,
feel
I would eat it
everyone's
like
done
I was
that.
a dog. Like you know how your dogs eat grass?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
what? Spit it out afterwards? Like.
Yeah.
Oh, I was talking to Lauren
I would
about
just
this.
chew it.
I was talking with Lauren to this. We were watching Obi like devour a stick, and he like likes to like completely destroy them. He like start chewing off and like breaking little bits off. And I was thinking like that looks so satisfying. I want to grab a stick and do that to his stick. I haven't done it, but I
Oh,
wanna.
that's how I felt. Did you guys ever watch Over the Hedge?
Yes. Oh yes, with
I saw
the
Yeah, the bark.
the bar.
When they were eating the bark, I was like, that looks so good. Like I
Yes.
want to eat that bark. I don't know
Especially
why.
when they put like the pollen on it and it looked like a Tito or dust. What
Yeah.
is it?
And then I don't know.
Oh my
but they were like
God.
complaining.
I want to
but
eat
that looked
wood.
So
I don't know
good.
what it is about wood that looks so tasty.
I just want to feel my teeth on that like
I know.
crunchy wood.
Crunch.
You know?
It's like what Neanderthals did. Like that's the reason they
The
got like.
caveman instinct.
They-
Yeah.
Oh,
They were like, eat tree
who left?
bark.
Oh, Elias.
Elias.
Well, he might join back. Don't worry about Don't worry about Elias fans. He
He'll
might
come
join back.
back. Follow Elias stands.
What?
Oh, preschool.
Yeah. I had a
I
story,
have-
but I forgot it.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh wait,
Oh,
hold
well,
on.
I'll
No, I have
tell-
it. I have one.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't in
say it.
preschool, dude. It was in like first grade, I think.
Mhm.
Is that okay if I tell a first grade story?
Yeah, it's the same.
It's not at all the same.
It is. That's only one grade higher.
No, you got kindergarten.
Oh,
in between them.
kindergarten. I forgot kindergarten.
Okay, anyway.
I have good kindergarten stories.
Anyway, I was playing with my friend in the middle of class. Guess what we were playing with though?
What?
Scissors.
We were playing with sharp pencils. And I stabbed myself in the hand with a pencil.
Ow.
I didn't even go that, like, back then I was like so freaked out because it was inside of me. And I was like, but it was like
That's what she said, bro.
Ben, get the heck out of my podcast. I'm just kidding.
I'm sorry.
It was only like, oh my god, like freaking, you know the little tick marks on your ruler? It was like one of those. That's how deep. It wasn't even like close to like freaking like hitting an artery or anything. But I freaked out because I saw like a little drop of blood. Elias is back. Elias.
Wowzers.
Anyway, I'm telling the story about how I stabbed myself with a pencil. I stabbed myself with a pencil, and it was totally my fault. But then I blamed it on the kid I was playing with, and I was like, "You shouldn't have sharpened the pencil so sharp."
Oh, I have a story.
Hold on.
Hold
Let
on,
me
hold
finish.
on.
Let me finish. We can keep talking. You can tell us. You call dibs on the next story.
Okay.
And then I was so freaking angry. I was like, "Why did you sharpen the pencil? It was your fault." And then I think he ended up apologizing to me, even though it was very good. Anyway, I went to the infirmary, right? The infirmary. And
He went to NASA.
and the guy, you know, the nurse man, he was a guy. The doctor man.
How progressive.
There was a
Yeah.
girl. I think the girl tried to like. Oh my god! I think the girl tried to give herself a piercing in the ear or something, because she had or maybe her earring got like stabbed her accidentally or something, because she had it stuck in her ear, like a piece of metal stuck in her ear, and in her earlobe, and then like I sat there, right, I took the pencil out obviously, but there was like a little bit of like, it looked like the stab wound was like a little like black because of the pencil lead. But the pencil lead wasn't in my hand or anything. It just looked black. Anyway, so I was just sitting there, and she was the one that was before me, so I had to wait for her to be done. And the guy like had pliers, right? And he was like like carefully like removing the thing from her ear.
Oh my gosh.
And then she was like crying so loudly, and he finally took it out, and he gave her like whatever, like, you know, a thingy to like cover the blood and whatever. And then she was like, and he was like, okay, now let it rest and whatever. And then he came to me and he was like, what's the problem? And I said, I stabbed myself. I stabbed to the pencil in my hand. And then he was like, is the lead still in there? And I was like so scared that he would grab the pliers and start doing that to me. So I said, no. And there wasn't anything in there, gladly. But anyway, he gave me a bandage or something. And he's like, you're a little wimpy little kid. Okay. Get back to class, idiot.
Yeah, you're a wimpy little kid. Classic phrase.
and then I went back and I was still mad at my friend, and I think he said sorry to me, even though it was very clearly my fault and he had nothing to do with it. We should have been playing with pencils though. Don't play with sharp pencils, kids. Yeah. Elias
I have
called.
a short
Wow.
story.
Okay.
Elliot.
Okie dokie. So-
Ben goes after Elias.
So
Okay.
in the elementary school, right?
Yep.
I was waiting in lunch line, right? And I used to like give my school money, like my lunch money, right?
Yeah.
In a little plastic baggie. So, and then this one kid, he grabbed the money bag, right? Well, like he didn't take it away from me, he just grabbed it. And then like I stabbed him with a fork. And
Elias.
It's like prison.
Yeah.
It does.
No,
Anyway, I
like,
crafted a shank out of my pen and stabbed it.
Should
At the ripe old age of 8 years old.
like I remember like he grabbed it and I like poked him with the fork on the hand. I didn't
Whoa.
stab him. Okay, I don't think it broke anything. But then he
What?
was like it hurt apparently, and then why was I the one to blame? He was grabbing my money.
It's self-defense. I don't see
It's
anything wrong with it.
self-defense. I could have shot him for all I care. you know,
Wait,
like,
what
Oh yes,
song
an
was
8-year-old
that?
with a gun.
it was the Patriots. It was the
Oh my
Patriots.
gosh, Patriots. That's where I was.
I remember it was in the far end cafeteria line.
I cannot visualize
Dude,
that cafeteria.
in Mexico, your lunch is also your recess time.
That's terrible.
I know. So
In
would
El
that
Salvador, I don't know. I remember, we went. I
Oh,
went to
man.
This also happened. I think it was the same friend, dude. It was in the same first grade, I think. Anyway, he made the soccer team. I think I didn't even try out or anything. I forgot. Anyway, the point
No,
is
you just
I
didn't
wasn't
make
in
it
it.
in.
yeah.
I was the point is whether I tried, and I don't remember trying out for that. I hated soccer as a child, so I'm pretty sure I didn't try out. Because I was in it in preschool and I sucked, so I just hated it, and I hated
got
it. Okay, cool.
Continue.
Anyway, I and my friend had soccer practice during recess, and I was waiting for him because he told me, "Oh, don't worry, it'll be really quick, and then I'll play with you for the rest of recess." So I was waiting for him.
What
And
did he say?
And he freaking waited
Oh, no, I can't hear anything.
for Elias.
Oh, hello.
Hello. Oh, sorry, we're having some
Oh,
technical
Elias.
difficulties.
Did it just
Really great communication.
it was just silent for a really long time. I was like,
Okay.
what's the story?
So he said, don't worry, it'll be really quick. Just wait for me, and I'll finish practice, and we can play for the rest of recess. And he freaking never got out of practice, bro. The practice took the whole thing, and I was waiting for him the whole thing, and I was so mad at him. And I was like, dude, you nincompoop. What the heck?
Was that
The
it?
classic
Yeah, that
one.
was it. That was it.
That was a terrible story. I got a black eye in the 5th grade.
Why don't you tell us about the time you got ran over by a freaking car?
Oh, shit. Well, that
I
was
know
that was freshman year. That was not 5th grade. By
Okay.
playing volleyball.
I know
Ben, did you
that
have a story?
Wait,
No, it's
what
Tom, never
story?
mind.
But
No,
you
tell
get
us,
hit
tell
by
us
a
the story,
car.
Ben. I just told us.
You know
a
the
dumb
black eye story?
No, you get hit by a car.
Oh, okay.
Ben, tell us the story.
Sorry.
dang it.
Yeah,
Ben
she
tells the
died.
story.
Okay, it's one sentence.
Yeah, I
In
died.
5th grade, you know the little staplers? They look like little mouths.
Oh.
I
What's a
stapled my
Wait,
finger.
the
and
staple removers?
Ow!
No, the stapler. Just you staple
Oh.
things. You know paper and
Oh.
how you put it together with a
Well,
stapler?
you
Yeah,
No,
said
that.
because you said the
mouth
little
ones.
mouth and the mouth of the staple
That-
removers.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, but I
frick,
noticed
fam,
The
you're
ones
right.
that look like
My bad.
teeth.
Yeah,
Continue,
they look
continue.
like little funny men. Anyways,
Mhm.
I stapled my finger and then I cried like a baby. Okay, Naomi, tell us the story of how you got hit by a freaking car.
Some of the best stories are told in one sentence, like I sharted in
6
Yeah.
clothes.
I sharted in those. Yeah, I got hit by a
It
car is
speaks- it speaks
nothing
for
to I
itself.
sharted in lows.
So,
Alright, tell us the story
I want
about
that
how
to be
you
on my
got hit by a
tombstone.
car.
Wait, you want me to actually tell the story of me getting hit by a car?
Sure, if you're
Yes.
comfortable.
Okay. Yeah, I'm fine. It was it 3 years ago? I don't know, freshman year of high school. I'm a junior now, and I was at my friend's house, and we were riding bikes, and there was like a big hill, and I didn't have a helmet on, and so we were going down. I was like, oh, I'm gonna go down this big hill really fast, and so I was going down the big hill really fast, and it was there was a stop sign, but I didn't see it. And so, anyways, there's this other car. It's like an intersection, like a 4-way intersection. And this one car was coming kind of fast, but I was like, I'll make it in time. But then I didn't make it in time. So then they hit me. And then I like, the way I remember it is like, I'm like slowed down. So I kind of see it in slow motion of like like the car like being there, and then I'm on the bike, and then it like stops for a minute, and the next thing I know, I'm skidding across the pavement, and yeah, it was scary, and I went in the ambulance. Well, then my mom, because I was at my friend's house, and he was just sitting there being like worried about me.
Okay.
anyways, I couldn't really walk that well because I like bruised the inside of my leg, and I didn't even notice
That's what
my
a bruise
glasses
is.
were not there, and so anyways, my knees were all bloody and everything, and then I called my mom, and she was like,
Wait,
"Oh,
you
no,"
called your
and I was-
mom?
What do you mean?
Like
Well,
your ex didn't call your mom?
No, he was calling 911.
Oh, okay.
And I was calling my mom, and I told her,
What about the person that ran you over?
Oh yeah, he didn't even say sorry to me. He was like, because the neighbors were yelling at him because they were like, "You're always driving too fast in this neighborhood, and look what you did. You hit this girl." And then he never talked to me, and never was like, "Are you okay?" Or maybe he did, but I don't remember. But I really don't remember him ever asking me if I was okay or not. But then the ambulance came, and I asked him because they put me on there, and I was like, "Oh boy, are you guys gonna drop me?" And they were like, "No." And then I asked them if they ever dropped any people, and they said, "Yeah, only a couple times." And that made me really scared. But they didn't drop me, and then I had to wait in the ER for like 3 hours to get a Band-Aid on my knee because they were busy. So, yeah.
Isn't
that
it
was it.
okay? Is it just me that's thinking it's weird that Naomi's car crash story and the story of her getting a concussion are two completely different stories?
Oh yeah, that's true. Because that was a washing machine.
What?
You got hit by a washing machine?
No,
Yeah, I was driving full
Okay.
speed down the drive.
Dude, they always go too fast. I swear to
know.
God. I've avoided like 3
No,
of them.
By the way, have you
that
seen how
was also
scary?
freshman year.
Have you seen how scary, powerful washing machines are?
I'm so scared of
Yeah.
them.
They
They
spin
terrify
so
me.
fast. My dad
Well,
works.
because once my dad, he
My-
was like, if you go in there and then you shut the door, you suffocate and die, and no one can hear you if you're banging on it. And then it made me so scared. Now I'm
Yeah,
so
I
scared
am
of
very
them.
scared of.
A
Yeah.
washing machine? I hear the stuff going on inside a washing machine
Yeah,
all the time.
that's not true. I'm sure. I can hear like the
Well-
individual like tumbling of clothing.
Not in ours, because ours is in a little room that's kind of away from everything, and
Oh.
it's so like you would die. Like no one would hear you if
I
you were
had
stuck in there.
Had to murder someone in Naomi's laundry.
What?
And I
What?
Who was it?
I'm sure you could dispose of a body. I'm sure you could dispose of a body by like chopping him to like little pieces and sprinkling on some clothes
my
and then going to your washing machine, your local washing place, and then wash it there.
Yeah.
You just
Was
use-
someone gonna?
And just say
Okay,
you spilled some
never mind.
cranberry juice all over your clothes. All over
Oh,
your
it's
3
cranberry.
pounds of clothes.
Ooh.
Wow.
Can I tell
what
an
a car
embarrassing
crash.
school story? Like
wait,
just to-
Naomi, wait. Just so the viewers aren't left hanging, just tell us how you got a concussion.
Oh, because I have my washing and dryer machine are stacked, and the door to the top one was open, and I was bending down to like put the clothes in, and then I was
Oh,
like,
no.
I was rushing because I was like, I have so much homework to do, and so I like stood up super fast, and I bashed my head on the open door,
No more homework.
and yeah, no more homework, no exams. It was miserable. Yeah,
Okay.
all in the
Ben?
same year.
Wow.
I have a super embarrassing.
Oh wait, I think that's why you
it's
didn't
one of
come
those
to
stories that-
school. It was when we were in the
Yeah.
same. Yeah, okay, I remember.
Mhm.
Me and Naomi used to sit beside each other in Miss. I'm not gonna
Yeah,
say the name because I didn't like the
in math
teacher.
class.
I didn't like the teacher, so I'm not gonna say the name.
Oh, I didn't like the teacher either, but
It was because she was Asian. Anyway, continue, Ben.
no. That's
I
not
wasn't
true.
expecting that. You can't hit me with those, bro. It's so big.
Ben, go for it.
Should
It's
we?
because she was Asian. Ben, continue.
Should we?
Okay.
Should we have a party for Joe Exotic, the Tiger King?
Didn't he like?
No, Ben.
Isn't he in
use
jail?
animals?
Person?
Yes.
Isn't he an animal?
No,
Okay, Ben. Continue.
Ben, go.
We'll
Okay.
invite Carol Baskin.
Elliot,
Yeah.
stop talking. Ben is
This
talking.
is so unimportant. Okay.
Ben, go.
It's one of those stories
Ben's
that I
not
literally
invited.
think about and cringe it so bad.
Mhm.
So, throughout elementary and middle school up to like 8th grade, I was I was incredibly socially inept. I was very awkward. I was very annoying to be around, I'm sure. So like, and I just didn't, I don't know what was going through my stupid little kid brain, but I was just like, and like I never cared about it. So that's just the pretext you need to know for this war crime I'm about to commit. So I had English at the end of the day. So it's the end of the day. Everyone's tired. No one's gonna notice. And I was in this is the beginning of middle school, so 6th grade. So it was 2016. So Undertale had come out, and it was super popular. And I was swept up with the craze, and I thought it was really fun. So I thought, and like over everything else, Undertale always made me laugh. I really like its
Made me
charm
laugh.
and stuff. Don't. So I was like, and there's a specific song called the Temmie song, which is just like stupid. Like I'm not gonna describe it. It's just stupid. It's just really dumb. It's
Uh-huh.
just very simple, and I loved it.
Uh-huh.
So I oh god, I just had to swallow the guilt of committing this. I told the English teacher, "Hey, can you just play it at the end of class?" And she was like, "Okay." And then she did, and no one understood at all, and I just died laughing because I thought it was the funniest thing. And I look back on it now with like the kind of mindset that if I did have a like time traveling machine, I would go back and kill myself so that I couldn't
Oh.
commit this.
Wait,
Okay.
so
Oh
what
my
is-
god!
what
You wouldn't
was it?
just go back and say, "Hey, don't do this in class today."
You would end your life.
Yes, it's better for me to like just straight up not exist than to have this memory.
Wow.
No, I think when you're
It's
like
not
older,
terrible.
you'll just look back
Memory.
on it and then like laugh about it. Like, oh, that
Yeah.
was stupid.
He is
I
a
don't
you know?
laugh. It keeps me up at a cold sweat at 2 a.m.
No, but when you're older, like when you're 30, you're gonna
Yeah.
be like,
Dude,
nothing
one time-
matters.
One
That
time
was
I
dumb.
When you're
my
30.
the only time I ever took a chorus class, which was I think 6th grade.
Mhm.
There was like a thing where she was
How did
like,
I know that you took a course? I'm told.
I think you told me.
Intuition.
I think you told me
No,
that
I
you
mentioned
thought.
something about chorus and you made a weird noise, and I was like, yeah, he probably took chorus at one.
You knew that because he made a weird noise. Hey, Santi,
Yeah,
I took
he's
a
like,
course class.
or something like that.
Oh yeah, he totally took a course.
No. So what I was gonna say is like I think every Friday or something she would like, give us like 10 minutes at the end of class for like anyone that wanted to show us a talent, and I was
Oh,
like,
no.
and I had
No.
and I had learned, quote unquote,
This is social suicide.
I can start myself at Lowe's.
I had learned, quote unquote, the Super Mario theme on piano.
Oh.
I got up there, I
Oh,
played like
no.
3 notes, messed up entirely, and just like restarted like 2 times before just giving up and going back to my seat.
That's so sad.
And that's why I haven't taken chorus since. See ya, chorus.
Gotta
Also,
hate
we
chorus.
spent like 20 freaking minutes on the first like 10 like seconds of a sound of music because she would like pause. You know the credits when it's just like showing like the like landscape. She would pause it every second. She was like, "What is that, class? What is that?" And it was literally a river, and we would say a river. Yeah, what is that over there? And it was like, it's a boat, dude. It's a bridge. It's like stupid crap like that. She would just pause the movie and say, "Hey, look, what is that?" It's like, dude.
Dude, I also took. Were you watching The Sound of Music?
Yeah, bro. Sound of Music, bro.
Dude,
a good
that's what I
movie.
did in 6th grade.
Dude, it's a freaking good movie, bro.
It is so good. I was thinking about it the other day. Did I reference it when we were talking? I feel like we did. I did.
Dude, I don't know. Dude,
No,
we-
I was talking to
Who?
someone
Dude,
else.
we reached the
Who?
45-minute mark, bro.
Who made my
Oh
foot
my
skin so
gosh.
delicious? I
Elliot,
want to meet the
shut
man in
up.
charge. I want to meet the foot.
Oh my
man
God,
of the
Elliot.
CEO of this
Elliot,
foot skin
stop
company.
telling us about your foot skin.
We live in cities.
No. It's copyright.
Oh yeah, it is. Sorry.
Thank you so much for taking this walk down memory lane with us at the South Brain Studio Podcast. Hit that like button, subscribe, hit that bell notification so you get notified for every episode that comes out. If you want to listen to more of this podcast, we have already made 7 more episodes of this, and they come out every Friday. If you want to listen to something else, you can listen to the Rolling to Survive podcast, which is an adventure story set in the apocalypse, and it's played like kind of like D&D, and those come out every Tuesday. They're really fun. We enjoy making them. We enjoy making stuff for you guys. For our 14 subscribers, way to go. We're almost there to our 15 goal, where we will do a 15 subscriber special episode. All right. Thank you so much for listening. We love you guys. Oh my
Kiss your
word.
mothers.
We love
kiss your
you.
mom.
Thank you. Oh my
Bye.
worm. You guys are wonderful.
Kiss your mothers.
Bye.